What's up, everybody? Today on Cars and Cameras, we're at Andersen Race Park near Tampa, Florida, racing in the Tillotson 225 RS class on a paved road course. I'm down here with a few guys from Go Power Sports. We're doing an arrive and drive, so they are hooking me up with a Tillotson T4 to race and practice on for the whole weekend. This will be the first time I've ever competed in a wheel-to-wheel club racing level, so this is a level above rental karts. This is a level above Lemons racing even. This is a serious league. So I'm gonna do a lot of learning this weekend, and my goals are just to learn as much as I can, ideally not be in last place, and drive safe. So we're starting things off. I need to go get fitted for the go-kart that they're providing for me, and then we're gonna have a practice day the rest of the day, and then tomorrow is race day, where we're gonna have a little more warm-up, we're gonna qualify, and then 2 races. My goal for this episode is also to share what it's like entering a club race with zero formal racing experience. It turns out that just because I can put down some fast lap times doesn't mean I'll be a competitive racer, but you'll see plenty about that later on. We adjusted the pedals and steering height on my kart, I installed my 360 camera mount, and I headed to the track for my first practice session. Charles is with me here to give his opinion of the track and do some voiceover during the races in this episode.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Yeah, you got some racing experience with mini cups. What do you think of the track?
There's right turns.
There's right turns.
I love the fact of like a road course track with go-karts, because you can really push these things a little bit harder than you would a normal car, but it's just as dangerous. You know, you don't want to go off the track or anything, but I've never really driven a car on a road course, but I enjoyed this a lot.
The T4 I was driving was set up really well and handled just like my kart at home. If you're in the Florida area and are interested in a T4, I highly recommend Kart Rising's Arrive and Drive rental program for the 225 RS class. Go Power Sports rented me the go-kart and support for the whole weekend, which included maintenance on the kart and data collection and analysis on my laps.
I really do look forward to coming down to Florida and checking out this track myself, because it looked like you had one heck of a day.
Well, practice has gone really well. The guys at the track said I'm gonna be competitive, but the drawback is that turns out I was like 30 pounds underweight. So fully loaded in the cart with all your gear, the cart and the driver needs to weigh at least 350 pounds or you get disqualified. So I was around 330, but I was turning really good lap time. So as long as I can run the same lap time while weighing more tomorrow, I'll be good to go. I was exhausted from practice, but back at the shop, the work was just beginning. Most of the 14 entrants were prepping for race day by maintaining their karts and reviewing footage from the day. I got to talk with some really fast and knowledgeable teenage drivers who taught me a ton about the track. We overlaid data from the Alfano 6 and were able to see what corners and braking zones I needed to improve on. Everyone is in the garage right now getting their karts ready. It's a real cool vibe to have going on in there. And just looking to get some rest and hit it hard in the morning. Good morning. It's race day. Everyone's feeling good. Well, except last night we learned that we are actually like 2 seconds off the pace, but that's okay. You walk into the lion's den, you're gonna get bit. So we're just gonna get everything unloaded, get suited up, get ready for our warm-up practice, and then qualifying, and then we're racing. Working on pushing the cart over from the garage here to the pit lane. I gotta say, like the racing cart vibe is a lot different than the paint swap meet vibe. It's a lot different than the Mini Mayhem vibe, but it's all like a similar group of people. Everyone is like super cool. I mean, competitive obviously, but everyone is really nice and they're willing to help you out if you need something. So I'm sure that's all gonna change once we hit the track wheel to wheel, but so far, it's a lot of fun. Well, it looks like I'm gonna miss practice. They're already out there and we only have 10 minutes. I had some issues with my transponder, but it's cool to see everyone running out there. I'm just gonna have to wait for qualifying now. So with the drivers' meeting finished, it was time for qualifying. Now, watching qualifying on TV is one thing, but doing it is a completely different animal.
And you know, there's people that qualify during qualifying, and then there's people that race during qualifying. It's always interesting. It looks like John's getting ready to go on out there. They're spacing them pretty evenly.
They hold you there. So
hold
qualifying has started, and you're just sitting there burning the clock, waiting for a gap.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I seen the guy behind you. He had his whole race team keeping the kart in the air, cool.
Yep.
Probably dusting the tires, but good gracious.
So the window to actually get a good time in is tiny.
Yeah, it looks like you need to. You can't have any, there's not any room for error in this sport, or at least at this track, because everybody seems like they're here to take home the trophy or perform their best. So you got to be on your A game, and you can't be out there trying to have fun. Which it's all about what you want to do. It looks like John's actually there to race.
So I just qualified, and I gotta say, trying to go fast in 3 laps is way different than like a 10-minute session or a 20-minute session. So it was a lot faster with the new tires, but it's still 39.41, which is above where I should be if I want to be really competitive, but still just having a great time. It's a lot to get used to. So next up we have the first race. So we have just a few minutes to go before the first race, and someone who qualified up top actually got disqualified because they weighed too little. So I got bumped up to 6th place in the starting grid. We were able to review my times compared to the guy on pole, and I have a little better idea of how I need to drive. It's a lot in turn 1 and 2. That's how I'm going to try to improve, but I'm looking forward to it. Let's do it. So I qualified in 7th place, and we're all right there stacked up on the grid. See how everyone's bumping each other?
Oh yeah. Was anybody giving you the helmet, like tapping the back of the helmet?
No, no one did that there.
Because they want you to get behind them, because you can bump draft them. So like if you push them, both of you guys can go faster through the corner. Rubbin's racing.
Yep.
John got in a little. Well, he collided into you. You didn't collide into him.
That's right. Is that what
that's what happened? I saw that.
Just wait for this. Just wait for this one, Charles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's hard to watch, buddy.
I can tell he is telling you what a lovely person you are.
Yep.
Have a nice day. Oh, yeah. That was very nice. He gingerly set your cart down like as if it wasn't $4,000.
Yeah.
Nice guy. But hey, racing, tensions get high, friendships go out the window as soon as that green flag comes down. But whenever the checker flag comes back out, everybody usually tends to be okay with each other.
That's exactly what happened too. This guy, he gave me a little bit of a talking to.
Yep.
But he was nice about it.
Well, that's
the most you can ask for.
Yep. I guess it's better than getting flipped over backwards by the guy.
Exactly.
I didn't do that. Never did that.
Well, I was in a collision on lap 1, and it's a bummer. I'm pretty sure it was on me. Lack of experience. It's a bummer, but just probably need to be a little bit more patient next time. But still got 1 race to go, but man, getting in a wreck will take the wind out of you, that's for sure. So here's the start at race number 2, and I started second to last. So I think I was in 13th or so place because I finished second to last. It's pretty discouraging going out there knowing that you just committed a racing crime.
Yeah, but it's all that goes out the window, especially when you get in this pack heading into the corner and you're at the back. So it's like you're probably going to get bumped and rubbed and all kinds of stuff in that section. And the best thing to do is just hold your ground and you know, pretend, you know, if you bump into something, I didn't see you. Just, I looked. You were not there. I swear.
I know that my strengths are just putting down good hot laps by myself. I don't really know how to race in a pack, so I knew that if I could just put in some good laps and wait for someone else to make an error, that would probably be my best strategy here. Just like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've got several hours at Lost Treasure Golf racing in a pack, and I'll just tell you, it's very intense. It gets the sweat going right now.
Talking about the go-karts at the beach?
Yes, that's pack racing. I'm telling you, if you want to, I mean, there's popcorn getting thrown. No one's wearing helmets, and then you got the tandem carts.
Yeah, the tandem cart.
The little kid throwing lollipops at you or something.
Grandma's doing slide jobs out there,
and then you got Charles with an adjustable wrench trying to take the bolt out from under the gas pedal.
So at this point, I think I was up from 12th to about 10th place or so, and the guy right in front of me is the guy I hit last race. So I made sure to give him a wide berth. I didn't want to make a true enemy that day.
Yeah, it's like driving and seeing a really nice car in traffic. You just stay away from it.
Yeah.
But I mean, your objective is to pass the guy, but it's hard when everybody's doing the exact same speed. So like you said before, you've got to wait and watch. Oh, like that guy. You got to watch for a small imperfection in their lap, and you can squeeze right in on the corner, because that's really where you're going to make your passes, is right here on the turns.
Yep.
And that's from my experience, like looking at this circle track. You really can't, I mean, unless you can pass them on the straightaways, but it's the turns when you drop down in. That's really where the live action happens.
So I found out later on that the guy that I hit, the guy in front of me, he actually owns a rental kart track.
Oh wow.
He was like 60. I don't want to make any more enemies. He was like middle age, I'll say.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, clearly he's in his prime racing.
Yeah.
Like, look at him.
Yeah.
So as long as you made friends, because if he has a rental track, maybe one day we'll be out there.
Yeah.
And he'll let us in for free, but he'll make you pay.
Exactly. And there's the checkered flag. And that was my first experience racing at a club level.
Dude, hats off to you, man, because I remember the first time I ever had to actually race in a real race, and I think it was like 10 or 15 laps, and I was just happy to roll the car on the trailer. Wasn't even worried about the placing. That was the win for me, was it being all together, and all my bones were straight and everything, and I was happy.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and then once I started getting more comfortable in the car, I started worrying about other things, but I really tried to never let the fun leave, and that's the main goal, is don't let the, racing can turn things a bit sour, but don't let a bad apple in the bunch ruin it for you, because it's always fun.
Yeah. So I started the first race in 6th place, and after everything that happened, I ended the second race in 6th place. So considering my mistakes, and that they were, I think, 12 or 13 total competitors, I am totally thrilled with finishing mid-pack, especially for my first time. So if you enjoyed this racing content, please give this video a thumbs up. I would love to enter the entire 225 RS series next year, but you guys need to hit that thumbs up button and let me know in the comments kind of what more content you want to see from the Tillotson T4. I had a lot of fun. There's obviously a lot I need to learn, but finishing mid-pack, considering a lot of these people had a ton of experience, I'm really happy with it. No one got hurt either, so that's all you can ask for. Of course, I got lots to learn. If you want to check out a Tillotson T4, you can see it at a link in the description from GoPowersports.com. They're a ton of fun, obviously very reliable. Thanks again for watching. Catch you next time. And I know a lot of you guys are looking for a rail update. That's going to be coming on Monday. We can't release them back to back to back because of parts we're having to order and roadblocks we're running into, but we're trying to keep it smooth. Every single Monday we're posting about the rail. So in a few days' time, you'll have another update, and we'll be getting it down the track in no time.